well.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. On 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Yep. Four there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, break.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go now.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Texans at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Ready, set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Spears. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Henry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He pitches it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks very long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Willis on 3rd down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 98 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break up the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They go play action with Willis. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from the usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there. And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his nowhere to go here? He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Willis now off of play action. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead. Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Texans will use one of their two remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that. Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought...
It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 17 yards out.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Willis.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there. Charles had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Willis on 4th down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd down and goal. Willis to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Willis on 3rd and goal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone, third downs, and getting after the quarterback.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Henry up the middle. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Spears only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Well, this takes a hit and the ball is free.
And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Dropping down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase. Willis throws another interception, his third of the game.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Hand off right side to Pierce. To about the 26 here.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time on another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Come on. Hey.
They'll run here with Pierce. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into...
I'm really out for blood this time, look.